Hello everybody, welcome back to our AC Shadows playthrough. Last time we had some nice bonding between Naue and Yosuke, which was jumped by the Shogun or the dethroned Shogun, and some sumo. And today we are going to return to Ise Sadatame. This area to go after Ise Sadaotaki. Now it's just levels 14 because I assume once you take out the twisted tree, things get pretty hard not to level up multiple times. But we're currently level 16, so yeah, auto leveling jumped up. Nice to see though that Uzumi Setsu is still level 12 instead of 16. So it is lagging behind a little bit. Which I will say, I have less of a problem with this kind of auto leveling where it lags behind a little bit, but it's still really annoying, particularly since there's no way to turn it off. It would have been nice if you had instead, kind of similar to Valhalla, we had 3 settings. Setting A, no auto leveling. Setting B, auto leveling lags behind you a bit. And setting C is auto leveling stays at your level. Kind of combining the best of all worlds, in my opinion. And I wouldn't have as much of an issue with it if it wasn't an option. But it's not an option. At least they did learn from their mistake in Odyssey, and it's not the strict same level. That was stupid. But still. It's relatively similar because there are a lot of enemies that are a level or two higher than you because of auto leveling. Though to be fair, most of them are Ronin, which is a lot more excusable, in my opinion. Like, I don't have too much of an issue if an enemy Ronin is 18 because they're wandering the world, so it would make more sense for them to be a slightly higher level, because you can make the argument that they wandered in from, say, Omi Lake. Like, I'd be very annoyed if we had some random Ronin from... Okay, not enemies. Level, monks, okay. Some random Ronin from level, or from Izumi Setsu come out and be level 12 when I'm level 16. Or, sorry, level 12 when I'm level 26. It's just stupid. Anyways, I also forgot last episode to check out the Animus. So today we're checking out the Animus after we got another anomaly, giving me another encrypted data file. Information integrity low. Decryption protocols are dependent on proper alignment of data fragments. Consult decrypted data files in the vault. Acquired encrypted data file within the battle pass. Yeah, that's what this is. This is a battle pass. Still, there are plenty of data files, so that's nice. As for anomalies, system search, mine echoes, no idea how to do that, and fractured lineage and Ega are all that's left for this week. But there's only 8 hours left, so probably not going to be able to do either of those. Just out of curiosity, what is mining echoes? Is it just collecting echoes? I mean, I don't see it anywhere. Oh, I do. It's in Omi Lake. In Azuchi. Okay. Well, we're definitely not going to make that within 8 hours, because I don't intend to go to Omi Lake this recording chunk. I intend to remain in Yamashiro and Setsu. Next recording chunk, I intend to go to Omi Lake. Something tells me you don't survive this quest arc line.
The letter confirmed Sadaoki's guilt. You know what that means.
Yes. Though I am not happy to have to do it.
Ujimasa gave the key that will open the inner gate of Yamazaki Castle.
So, it it has come to this, then I suppose all is prepared. When you are ready, we will discuss our plan.
This is really reminding me of like a VR headset. They're not the crappy headphones in the PlayStation VR 2, more like an Oculus. All right, let's go.
Explain the plan.
The castle entrance is heavily defended. One will have to fight through to create a distraction. A task most suitable for the samurai, if I may say so. It would be prudent then for the shinobi to quietly make their way to the inner castle gate and open it with the key. I will follow and meet up with the samurai. We will then go to the gate and all enter together. My brother has a personal guard, so we should proceed with caution.
They will not be more than we can handle.
I believe you. Though there is no telling what Sadaotaki will do. Perhaps I can distract him. Are we agreed then?
The plan is good. Let's go.
I imagine it's gonna end in his death. So yeah, we're again playing as Naoe. We're gonna stealth this. Other cases we will go with Yasuke, but for Yamazaki Castle,
I need to clear the way for Sadaotaki to follow.
we got a ration, silent arrow, and poison arrow.
I will pass if I must.
You cannot just refuse. I will send you to your ancestor.
Okay, so I guess we're playing as both. Oh, it's a shame. I was hoping to play as just Yasuke. Now, obviously, I need to fulfill my oath to put an arrow in a knee. Trophy earned bronze. Adventurer. Shoot an enemy in the knee with an arrow. I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee. Alright. I had to do it. I'm sorry. I can't look at a Skyrim reference and not put an arrow in someone's knee. Final word of the Guardian or Spark of the Ember. No. Final word of the Guardian, please. And we will equip the long katana. Oh, whoops. There we go. Yeah. Teppo should one shot. Absolutely should one shot. Yeah, I mean, it feels like a VR headset, which is probably intended, or sounds like a VR headset, which is probably the intent, but I don't like it.
If death comes for me here, I am ready.
Like, it sounds fine in some cases, like in dialogue exchanges, but in combat, it just ruins the immersion to an extent for me. Man, you're so desperate that you have bald people defending your castle. Is this Sadaotaki? That's pathetic. Ooh, Teppo on Teppo. Man, I'm enjoying this, but oh, I only have a limited number of shots. That's a shame. I didn't realize that. Okay. Oh, wait, he's bleeding? How do I sheath my weapon? System controls. AC shadows how to sheath weapon. Googly search. Weapon. Okay, let me double check my controls. How do I sheath a weapon in combat? Sheath. I don't see anything about sheathing. Die of bleed already. Aren't you supposed to be dead of bleed? I guess you didn't die of bleed. That's a shame. Because it's actually a trophy for knocking someone down with bleed and then sheathing your weapon as they die. Ow. Wait. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I'm actually stupid. That's my chance. No, there's a barrier. Okay, the game is literally effing me over. I'm trying to do their stupid challenge. And the game says, nope, you can't complete our challenge that we set for you because you can't kick a character. I literally just got screwed out of it, the freaking challenge, by the game just not letting me. I mean, I understand if you have a barrier for the player, but there shouldn't be a barrier for enemies too.
I hope now we made it inside the castle.
Curses. I would have gotten the trophy too if it weren't for the barrier.
I need to get to the inner gate and open it for the others.
I hope you like my finger, Ubisoft. I'm sure you know which one I have. Okay, so this is probably while the distraction's going on. I think you know which one I'm holding up. This game is by no means a good AC game. It is solidly mediocre. Ooh, education of samurai children. It's a very solidly mediocre AC game. I would probably put it around Syndicate. In a Gakuen, actually above Syndicate. Syndicate, in my opinion, was so campy it made it bad. In a Gakuen, family teaching precepts from the mid-16th century, the Tako Tokirataka Gakuen, it is clearly stated that a warrior's child, a boy, must first master letters, reading, writing missives, and calligraphy. In ancient Japan, having poor handwriting was a source of mockery. Glad I wasn't born in ancient Japan then. Additionally, a variety of other activities were taught, including archery, horseback riding, arithmetic, elements of medicine, poetry, singing, playing the flute and tambourine, ball games, basket weaving, flower arranging, the art of war, and sumo, to name a few. Interesting that basket weaving and flower arranging were taught to boys. Learning literature was prioritized even among young warriors during the very warlike atmosphere of the 16th century. Despite the very warlike atmosphere of the 16th century, education was not solely focused on combat and war. In another family document, it is noted that the child had a teacher for letters, martial arts, and a Buddhism teacher who mainly taught morality. Each warrior family had its own rules and teachings, and samurai families' children learned to read and write at home under the father's authority. However, increasingly learning was in temple schools. There should be a comma. However, increasingly, learning was in temple schools, where a monk taught children the basics of writing, reading, and arithmetic, with classes differentiated by age 7 to 8 years, 9 to 10 years, 11 to 13 years, and 11 to 13 years, and so on. Reading was learned from the Analects of Confucius, There was a large amount of moral teaching, encouraging good, denouncing evil, according to Confucian criteria, filial piety, respect for rights, honesty and sincerity, respect for ancestors and authority, etc., etc., along with instruction on manners related to politeness practices, how to greet properly, for example, singing, and religious education. For wealthier families, education was often provided by private tutors. Yeah, it should be and ages 11 to 13. From the age of 13 to 15, when boys knew how to ride horses, hunting became an important activity as it was understood to be training for war. At the end of the 16th century, the first schools for combat training appeared. For girls, they were taught to follow the standards of court nobility from the Heian period. They were to work on their posture, and the focus was solely on the education of letters, writing, poetry, calligraphy, etc., and the arts, mainly singing and musical instruments. Around the ages of 13 to 15, warrior girls sometimes attended lectures on Chinese and Japanese poetry. Parody of the four accomplishments, Shibata Zeshin, 19th century Fletcher Fund. Huh. I will say that's kind of, for whatever reason, I guess the talk of Confucianism is reminding me, ooh, it's a Yumibo. Longbow? Longbow. Is reminding me of, why would you call it asymmetrical? Of course it would be, oh, I guess the top and the bottom are asymmetrical. Why wouldn't you call it vertically asymmetrical? Oh, I'm out of kunai. Oh, I got fudged over. Fortunately, it was just 3 Ashigaru. If they can even be called Ashigaru. But yeah, it reminds me of foot binding in China, and how initially it was only done for, or originally, not initially, it was only dancers that had their feet bound, which I find really interesting, considering the fact that like you'd expect dancers to need their feet more than most people. I don't know, that was always something that just fascinated me. That's where Yasuke was having his rampage, I think. Well, there's no way I'm not gonna hug the wall. For the simple reason that there's less likely to be enemies at the wall.
That won't work.
Yeah, you should have investigated. Break the armor. You may have stopped my assassination attempt, which I will say was impressive, even though it's like still kind of annoying that you could stop it, even though there was no yellow, no red, none of that. You just stopped it. You ain't gonna stop this, buddy boy. I just wish I'd gotten some kunai back. Double assassinate.
This is the gate. Now to get to the other side.
That was a very slick double assassination. I wonder if they'll have Sadaotaki do his fairly infamous seppuku in this game, or if it's too graphic, even though I believe the game is still rated M for mature. Now. Always on your watch indeed.
Murdered.
Oh, I fucked up the assassination. Still got it done because the other dude's blind, but that could have been very bad.
Where are Yasuki and Sadatame?
That could have been very bad.
Break the door, and I'll lead the way.
Stay close. I will protect you.
I don't think you should be out and about, but it doesn't matter. Because I don't think you're going to live long enough for it to become an issue. Spinning top and a ration. Man, I'm gonna have so much gold when I finally sell everything. At least he moves like he's sick. He's not sprinting. Dang it, I just can't get it enough to get the bleed. Man, these are not a lot of guards for a castle. Castles would typically have hundreds, if not thousands, of hundreds of defenders, not a handful.
Sadaotaki! What is he doing?
He is going to his brother.
He's family. He wants to make sure family survives.
Sadaoki, please.
Get off your knees.
It's Sadaotaki, the fool.
You do not need Lord Mitsuhide. We can lead our clan with honor again. Together.
He will be Shogun, and I will stand next to him. Only then will our clan be honored.
You do not mean that.
You come here, groveling like a beggar. Bringing a pair of murdering Ronin with you.
No, brother. They are not my family. You are.
You are sentimental and weak. You sicken me! Ha! Got you, dog.
Dumbass.
Your turn. Got them!
Nah way. She gets the kill.
I have to get to Sadaoki.
Find her!
Where did Yasuke go? I guess he vanished. Well, that was very annoying, anticlimactic, and stupid, if you ask me. Just anticlimactically murdering him. It should have been his brother to do the dirty deed. It would have been much more narratively impactful, and it wouldn't have made him go from dashing rogue to piece of scum. Get me off this thing. What do you say?
It doesn't look that way. Your life from my father's.
You do not know what you're fighting!
Oh, I do. And I really don't care. Really? That's what you can put in? I will say, his voice actor is perfect. Like, I love both the voice and the delivery. Whoever did his voice acting
Defeat us. It's beyond you.
is brilliant. Just keep moving. Got him on accident with a backswing. Better be some intense dialogue. Really?
That was a good punch.
Where did you come from?
The Issei idiots. They deserved it. Pretty clever, huh?
Not that clever. You got the wrong Issei.
They're as bad as each other. We beat them, though. We're good together.
Yeah, no romance. Not with General Dum Dum here. You're
I
misguided.
think you're overestimating yourself.
Well, I'm going back to my village to sell the stuff I found. I knew they were dirty rich. Come meet me. We'll have some fun.
Will he live?
The wound is not deadly. It will be another scar to blame on his brother.
He almost cost us the fight and got himself killed.
He was trying to save his family. We would both do the same.
Maybe. But my father wasn't a traitor. You have been fortunate today, Lord Sadaotaki. Do not waste it.
I will bury my brother, and I will mourn him. Then, I will work to undo the damage he has done. You have my word.
Oh my god. Who? Target killed. Issei Sadaotaki. I got Steel Blossom, Instant Pulse Draft Revolt, and something else. Quest complete, Lost Honor. Okay, so I'm just gonna say this here now. Ooh, new quest, Sake and Swords. I'm gonna say this right now. Whoever choreographed that whole scene, from when the dude jumped in to the "You have my word" in the bow, created a scene that was both representative of this game and god awful. Like, that was all over the place narratively. Made absolutely, or sacrificed 3 absolutely perfect chances for either getting a bit darker, making some narrative impact, or doing something that would have been much more believable than what happened. And threw in that stupid flirting scene with the opportunity to pursue a romance. What is wrong with you? Who thought that was a good place to put that? Like, I know I'm getting pissed off, but there's only so much dumb I can take. And that scene was so bad it hurt. Like, that genuinely caused me pain, how stupidly bad that scene was. Like, who... I can't even. I can't even.